Texas is now a constitutional carry state, but what does that mean to you? For the most part, it means that you'll be able to carry a handgun in public without a license, but it does not mean that just anybody can carry a handgun. There are limits to carrying a handgun even under constitutional carry. For starters, people who have been convicted of a felony or a Class A family violence offense will not be able to carry a firearm outside of their residence under Texas law. Federal law still prohibits the possession of a firearm under any circumstance. People under 21 years of age will not be able to take advantage of the constitutional carry law, as they will be required to abide by old law and can only carry on their premises or property under their control, to include inside of a vehicle and watercraft. Or someone under 21 may be able to obtain a license to carry. People who have been convicted of an assault, terroristic threat, deadly conduct, or disorderly conduct involving a firearm will not be able to take advantage of the constitutional carry law for the preceding 5 years after the date the offense was committed. So, if that is you, no constitutional carry for you, at least for a while. Now, how can you carry? You can carry either open or concealed. If concealed, there are no holster requirements. However, I strongly suggest you do use a good holster even when carrying concealed. If you decide to open carry, the only requirement will be is that your pistol be inside of a holster. It can be a chest holster, a shoulder holster, belt holster, a drop-down leg holster, you name it. With a license, you will still be subject to trespass by a license holder. Section 30.6 and 30.7 of the Texas Penal Code will still be in full effect. If you have a license, you will not legally be allowed to enter establishments or other structures who have one of these signs prominently displayed at the entrance prior to going in. If you are someone who chooses to carry without a license, you won't have to worry too much about these signs. But the new criminal trespass warning under Section 30.5 will prohibit the entry with a firearm onto the property displaying the notice. However, the 30.5 notice will not apply to somebody who has a license to carry and is carrying a pistol in a concealed manner. So 30.5, if you do not have a license, you see the notice, you will not be able to go in. 30.5, you see the notice, you have a license to carry, you have a concealed handgun, you can go in. It is important to consider that at the core of the criminal trespass law, if your presence on the property is not wanted, you have no legal right to stay there. So ultimately, if you have a license or not, if you have a gun or not, and if you're not wanted on someone else's property, you will have to depart or be subject to arrest under Section 30.5 of the Texas Penal Code. You will not be allowed to carry in certain places with or without a license, such as federal government property where prohibited, correctional facilities, school premises, government court, polling place, racetrack, bars, government meetings, amusement parks, hospitals, and nursing homes. Government meeting, amusement park, hospitals, and nursing homes all have exceptions to include that a notice stating not to enter was prominently displayed prior to making entry. In addition, without a license, you will not be able to carry on college campuses. With a license, you will be able to carry on college campus, but it must be in a concealed manner only. Stay safe, God bless, and we'll catch you guys later.